At Life Without Barriers, we put children first. Young people in residential care are some of the most vulnerable and disadvantaged in our community. They often have complex needs resulting from trauma and/or abuse and neglect that may include exposure to substance abuse or domestic and family violence. Because of these experiences, young people often display pain-based behaviours or difficulties with interpersonal and problem-solving skills. In 2015, the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare found that young people in the child protection system were 14 times more likely than the general population to be under youth justice supervision. Also, young people in detention were 19 times as likely to be in the child protection system compared to the general population. And the complex history of young people living in residential care means they are more likely to have contact with police or have a criminal record than those in other types of care. Some pain-based behaviour of young people in residential care may reach the threshold of criminal behaviour, but in family homes, this same behaviour would usually be managed without involving the police. So care workers in residential care homes have a special responsibility to provide a safe, secure environment for young people to learn better ways to cope with stress and to work with young people, the police and other service providers to reduce criminalisation of young people and help turn their lives around. At Life Without Barriers, we have a national policy guideline on reducing the criminalisation of young people in residential care. This provides guidance for our staff to reduce police involvement when responding to pain-based behaviour of our young people where we could better manage it ourselves. Ensure that appropriate responses are provided to young people living in residential care services who are victims of such behaviour. Promote the principle that criminal charges will not be pursued against a young person where there is an alternative and appropriate means of dealing with the matter. Promote the safety, welfare and well-being of young people living in our residential services by improving relationships, communication and information sharing between local police and our residential care services. Work in partnership with local police to facilitate a collaborative early intervention approach. And improve the information we give police about our young people to encourage them to exercise discretion in an effort to divert young people from the criminal justice system. How do these guidelines play out in everyday practice? Firstly, we are implementing the care model and therapeutic crisis intervention system to improve our trauma-informed responses to young people in residential care. This means staff have the skills and tools to help reduce stress and risk and de-escalate potentially serious incidents resulting from pain-based behaviour. When the de-escalation strategies haven't worked and someone is about to get seriously hurt, this is an emergency, and residential care staff should call 000 for police assistance. Staff have discretion not to call police if no one is hurt and the victim wants no police action, or for an incident where there is property damage. Supervisors and on-call managers are available to talk with staff who are unsure about whether to call police in non-emergency situations. We can use an incident or crisis as an opportunity for the young person to learn and grow. The way you respond to a crisis will help them recover from the crisis at a higher level, and when you work with young people through the life space interview, they will develop new coping skills to try out next time and will have maintained their relationship with you. Local teams build relationships and connections with local police and stakeholders to better facilitate early intervention and trauma-informed approaches. The most significant task for staff is to develop a trusting relationship with each child or young person in their care. Building trust will help you to understand their background of complex trauma, which is essential to your ability to help them grow and develop, and help them when they face difficult situations. Everyone has a responsibility to reduce contact between young people in residential care and the criminal justice system. It's a collaborative approach between the police, agencies like Life Without Barriers, and care staff to manage situations involving young people in residential care. Together we can help young people learn better ways to cope with stress and difficult situations in the future. Together we can work to improve our responses to young people and create conditions for positive change.